going to go for the bad hair day hat. Oh, hi guys. I didn't know you were watching. I'm here. I have this great story to share with you today called A Good Day for a Hat. And I have been trying on my hats to see which one I want to wear today. So I hope maybe you're wearing a hat, and I'll just see what you think. I think right now I'm wearing my bad hair day hat. It also helps to block the sun. It's kind of like a baseball cap. Sometimes I like to wear my warm woolly cap to keep my head warm. I also have my hat to wear when I am in a florally mood. I have my hat that my daughter told me looks like a peanut, which I liked it till she told me that. I have my bicycle hat, which I wear to keep my head protected if I'm riding my bike. And then I also have my favorite when I'm out in the meadow reading a story hat. So I think I'll wear this one today, even though I could use my bad hair day hat. So here we go with A Good Day for a Hat. And this is written by T.Nat Fuller, and Rob Hodgson drew the pictures. A Good Day for a Hat. Written by T.Nat Fuller and illustrated by Rob Hodgson. Today is a good day for a hat, said Mr. Brown. And he's wearing his nice sun hat with the flower in it. And when he went outside, it was raining. Oh, well, said Mr. Brown, I have just the hat for that. And so he put on his rain hat, which kind of looks like an umbrella, doesn't it? But this time, when he stepped outside, it was snowing. And Mr. Brown said, maybe you can guess, I have just the hat for that. And so he put on his warm woolly snow cap. But when he stepped outside, a band was marching by, and it was a parade. And Mr. Brown said, I have just the hat for that. But when he stepped outside, there were magical rabbits loose on his lawn. Well, guess what Mr. Brown said? I have just the hat for that. And he put on his magician cap. And maybe he'll pull a rabbit out of that hat. But when he stepped outside, there was a rootin' tootin' rodeo. And Mr. Brown said, I have just the hat for that. And it was a cowboy hat. But now, when he stepped outside, it was time for the Bear County cook-off. And Mr. Brown said, I have just the hat for that. And he put on his chef hat. But when he stepped outside, there was a great fire-breathing dragon. And Mr. Brown said, I have just the hat for that. And it was a knight in armor hat. But now, when he stepped outside, he was sailing on the high seas. And he said, oh dear, I have just the hat for that too. But I am on my way to Miss Plum's house, and I'm already very late. So when Mr. Brown stepped outside again, he was prepared for anything. So he had on his pirate hat, his knight hat, his chef hat, his cowboy hat, his magician hat, his marching band hat, his snow hat, his cap, umbrella hat, and his sun hat. Finally, Mr. Brown arrived at Miss Plum's house. And when he stepped inside, all of his friends were there. And what do you see on the table? Ah, it looks like somebody's birthday cake. And all of his friends yelled, "Surprise!" And Mr. Brown was so startled, all of his hats went tumbling from his head. And Mr. Brown said, "Oh, yes, it's my birthday." And Miss Plum said, "I have just the hat for that." And it was a birthday hat. And that is the end. You can see Mr. Brown was well prepared with all his hats, and I think he had a great idea. I think I might do what he did. So first, I'll put on my floral hat, and then I'll put on my warm woolly hat, and then I'll put on my sun protecting hat, and then I'll put on my peanut hat, and then I'll put on my bicycle hat, and then I'll put on my sun hat. And now I am ready for anything. Whoops. Well, maybe not quite, though. Maybe I need my wind hat. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today, guys.